Yeah, she's doing great. She raising money for the Dayton Children's Hospital. And she was named one of 40 under 40 in Dayton.
Wow.
She's raised millions of dollars for that hospital.
Good. Nice.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'll pass that on. That's great.
She was sent to Denver for some ceremony. She received an award.
How neat.
So she likes it.
Well, good. Great cause. Wonderful.
Well, we're right at 6:30, so we'll go ahead and call the February board meeting to order. First order is the approval of minutes and treasurer's report.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as presented.
Motion second, all in favor? Motion carries. Treasurer's report.
So last month we did take in 38.
Any of those to pass?
I do not.
Okay, we'll pass around after you.
We took in $38,730. That was including the end of last year's, the settlement for the end of last year. And we spent $28,583. 20,000 of that was the fire services contract, which we're going to talk about again a little bit later. So our balance at the end of January was $509,406.50. With the two major transactions there being the fire control and the settlement.
Let's look at it. Vouchers.
Yeah, okay, so why don't I start this way and we'll go this direction this time. So here's a couple for pool trucking. They've been out a couple of times, of course. So there's one.
So, and he's when we've had things go on, he's called me and I called him once or twice to make sure that he was coming.
Yes,
The guy that he did a pretty good job this year, I thought.
Who are you talking about?
The guy that salts the streets and the roads.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I've been very impressed with all that. That's tremendous.
That one is for trash. This one is for masonry by Anderson for the purchase of this limestone.
These things keep getting hit or is it mine?
That's what you were just going to talk about.
Yeah,
You know, on two different sides.
it's on there. Yeah.
It didn't get hit. It got driven over.
And our cameras really paid off because we saw it all happen. And
These people are can't make the turn or what?
It was a big truck.
It was
just drove it over it.
Tried to go back out Ulen Boulevard and not go out Artman Avenue. I have no idea. It was a delivery for
Michelle. She
Michelle.
got a dryer, and last summer when it got hit, she
Whitehead's old
washer
house.
was burnt.
Next in
Michelle Thomas.
Whitehead's old house.
Alice Richardson's house. We'll go way back.
Yeah.
this one is
So you can collect
Yeah.
and repair
Yeah.
costs?
Yes.
So I happened to have left town and it was fine. And I came back, I don't know, when did I text you guys? It was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, holy crap.
We have cameras that focus on those roundabouts 24/7.
We do on this one.
We don't
That's
have
going to
it.
be part of the discussion. I think it's
The name look.
Yeah.
It never seems to it gets sideswiped once in a while,
I mean, the
but
ones
it's
by our house.
Yeah.
Wow.
people don't seem to hit it like they do.
Yeah. What
This
is
one.
that?
well probably because there are big trucks that head toward the clubhouse,
Oh, sure.
or there are
They come in and go the wrong way.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a big box truck, a 20-some foot box truck.
This one is
Guy
Indiana Media
Just drove right over
It
the top
is.
of it. And drove on out.
They didn't like he was trying to turn. He didn't
Cheryl,
make
did you
his
get this
turn.
one?
Well, he was trying to turned and then backed up and then drove right over it. And then he left.
Like he didn't stop.
Yeah, so
Give his name or anything?
we got a call and had a police report made. Then we figured out it was a Lowe's delivery driver. So I went down to Lowe's and filed a report, showed them the pictures. So they've been responsive and we've sent them the cost of the repair and they're going to do the repair.
Do we have somebody that takes care of that sort of?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a bumper around it. Like a
Bubble wrap.
Yeah.
But the cameras really saved us.
Yeah.
It did.
And the camera guy, he was great. He helped us zoom in on the door so we could get the DOT number of the driver. And
And
Matt.
Matt sent us her order.
Yeah.
So that we knew when to track it from.
This is ILMCT
Do
dues.
the question, no, but is there anything we can do? I mean, lighting it or putting something on it, or is there?
You know something?
I mean, there was snow piled by it, but it still shouldn't have happened. You could see the circle.
And he went up and continued
Went up
on and went
Yeah.
off the other side.
I mean, the tracks were in the snow.
And we've got the no truck sign.
Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
Yeah.
Aw,
okay.
That's bad.
So, yeah, and it was at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so lighting it up wouldn't have
Yeah.
done anything.
So this last one, actually, we paid and talked about last month. I just didn't get it signed for some reason. So I just need,
on the website.
yeah, that was for the website hosting.
How do I do that? Name yourself. Huh.
Okay, that collection of, just so everybody knows, that collection of vouchers were for legal services, trash services, our website hosting, dues for ILMCT. What else was it?
Down payment for the circle repair.
Right. Yeah. Okay. The next thing that was, there were two things we need to do. One is the anti-nepotism certification statement we need to do for this year. Should have done that in January. Didn't think about it, but we'll need everybody to sign that.
Is that our policy or is that state law?
State requires it.
Yeah, you have to disclose if there's.
We're not
You're using a
prohibiting-
nepotism.
You're not prohibited from hiring your own family, but you have to disclose it.
Correct. And I think you make sure that they're bidding on it and they're being paid. We don't have that many. I mean, we're not hiring anybody per se that's related.
And this last thing is the renewal for our fire service agreement. And we have Mr. Bat's signature already. We just need you guys to sign this.
And did they left it at the same?
Yep, they left it the same.
Oh, and
Yeah,
this is for 3 years.
They kind of froze our rate, which is good. The city did. We were paying whatever the cost of living increase was. I think it was based on.
Sign it.
They have lunch here very often, occasionally,
Yeah.
weekly, monthly, how often is?
Town president and
I've
secretary.
done that every once in a while, but I don't
But this
know
is just you.
sometimes if it goes to
Oh,
Elmwood or
okay.
if it comes to.
It's just us. So
Just behind the house.
So
Let's see how it's dry.
every once
did you
in a
speak
while
to
I'll
him
see-
face to face about this one?
Yeah.
Okay, did you want to carry it back to him or do you want me to put it
She
in the
didn't
mail?
when they-
Not Elmwood.
He just wanted your.
It's usually when they're gonna do this, they all come.
aim.
Yeah.
And they somehow can make it around the circles.
Yeah.
I know.
They don't have to
Incredible. That's really
So should I just scan it and email it back to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, 33 feet, not 20 foot?
Yeah. And they can make them around.
Yeah.
Trash trucks do it.
Right. Just a couple of things to update folks on. We had just a couple of forms that we file every year that I took care of the debt. There's a debt form. There's our contract affirmations that we've uploaded any interlocal agreements. There's our Department of Revenue filing so that we can keep our person certificate. And then there was that census annexation report that I asked you about. So all of those got done and sent back. I also found out just by accident some information about that video franchise fee that expired about 15 years ago that I was asking about.
Comcast?
Yeah. So apparently what happened is the IURC actually took over all the negotiation of all of those contracting fees back in 2015 or something like that. So they said if you have that we're going to continue to get it because they've negotiated on our behalf, so we don't have to renew those.
Okay, that's why there's
Contract.
no renewal of that.
Yeah.
Well, sometime years ago, when Comcast came into the town of Ulen, they paid us a franchise fee. And it's what?
It's old.
I mean, how much is it?
Oh, it's like $300 a quarter or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Not much.
I mean,
$1,200.
nothing from from MetroNet.
Yeah. $1,200. And I don't know if we can get anything from somebody like a MetroNet. I don't know if we can get, I don't know if those
Like,
exist
couldn't.
anymore.
Well, AT&T was there.
I don't know if those franchise fees exist
Back then.
anymore.
How many different companies do we have relationships with?
Just one, just Comcast.
Just kind of-
No, we had Metro, we had Metro.
I know
Mike, why?
Are they serving the
how many
neighborhood?
options do people live in Ulen have?
oh my
Oh,
gosh.
tons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nowadays with the
We have
internet,
Metronet, then
YouTube
AT&T
TV,
there.
Oh, that's right. That's what I have is YouTube.
YouTube TV, yeah. So your internet provider, I guess, would
Would be your internet provider, which would be either
Metro.
MetroNet, AT&T, or Comcast. I think are really the
Right.
three
So
main
people are
ones.
reasonably happy
or
with that.
iLines. I don't know if
Is
iLines.
Spectrum here? I don't know. Does anybody have Spectrum?
No, I don't think Spectrum.
I didn't think
What
it
do
was
we have here
here.
at Ulen, Emily?
We had Metronet, and then, with all of them getting rid of TV and whatnot, now we just have YouTube TV and
Where's your
Yeah, who's your
internet?
there,
provider?
Metronet.
Metronet, yeah.
MetroNet, yeah.
I think that's, we had Metronet for internet, and we had
Yeah.
YouTube. TV.
Well, I don't know
That's what I have
if
too.
I don't know. Do we contact the IR?
URC to see. Well,
See.
actually, I think I read that they have a list of posted that they publicly post the list of people they have contracts with, so we could look there and see.
See if we're eligible for anything
Yeah.
for any of those. We might want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
We'll
long
look and
as we
see.
don't know them, huh?
We're right.
Yeah, really.
But it's, I mean, ever since I was, it was before me, that we just get a check
Yeah.
every quarter from Comcast.
I'm curious. I wonder if Lebanon's getting it.
Mm. Are there still extra lines up and down Ulen Drive on our side? Are there a lot of extra lines hanging out from Comcast or Metronet?
Oh, on the back,
Yeah,
not out. I mean, they're underground. There's a lot of stuff underground.
right. But aren't there some still laying around?
No,
on
no,
top?
no.
Do
I think they
go
buried
down?
them
They all.
Those have all been buried.
They
Yeah.
did take them out.
It took us a couple of years, but we got all those buried.
Yeah. Sue is online and she's shaking her head no. So,
They're not buried.
3 years ago.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah, it took us 3 years to get those buried. Finally found somebody in Frankfurt that knew my dad. Well, isn't that funny? It took me and went to school with my brother. He's my dad's neighbor. And I was like, yeah, I can help you get those taken care of.
That's funny.
Yeah. Spent how many days, weeks, months?
Okay, so since Emily came to talk about this, we might want to move this up on the agenda.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
the agreement that we had about the security cameras.
Okay.
And they've been looking at it, and I guess she has some feedback for us.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so I
So-
gave it to the members on the board to look over, two of the lawyers, just like, will you read over this, whatnot? And they just had a few things.
Okay.
Let me,
So we have a security system now that we put in the town, and then it's actually hosted here at Ulen. So we're able to see the city streets and those cameras, and then Ulen has access to the cameras that they want to put around Ulen. Is that correct?
so we have access to
I think just
the
two
employee
cameras.
lot. I think I have three. The entrance, the employee lot, and the one by the pro shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there more than that?
Well, there were
Just the ones that we have.
and the two that we have though, I think there were only 4 installed. I think that the one that's right there at the corner of the parking
Yeah,
lot.
the very corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the entrance.
Those are the two.
So are
we have.
you counting that? If you are, then so was I. So
Yeah.
it's those two, and then there's the two in the parking lots.
Yeah. So all three together: entrance, the employee parking, and then the pro shop.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So she doesn't have the one that goes towards the
Right.
circle.
Right.
yeah. No.
Right.
Yeah. I only have
Right. You have 3 and we
Yeah,
have 2.
three.
But
Well,
the entrance is common.
the entrance. Okay.
Yeah.
So then yes, the entrance
Yeah.
is common. Yes. Yeah. So so I had just had the two that our lawyers, Derek and Matt, look at this, and then they said, I haven't looked at it for a while, so I'm refreshing myself as well. signage, where it says signage, where is UCC going to post? Oh, it's on the second page.
About
The
surveillance signage.
cameras. Is that requirement, did we ever decide?
It is not a requirement. It was suggested. I mean, everything that I read said, no, you don't have to do it, but it's a good idea too.
Yeah.
So
So one of them said not a good look if we sign it. Like if we make it, because people their big thing was people come here to get away. They don't want to be on camera. So why say they're on camera?
So they don't want us to put a sign there,
They're
like at the entryway.
I think mostly out by the bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that, yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So that was their question for this. They said, where is the signage going to be and who pays for the signs?
we could just put one at the front
yeah.
to the neighborhood.
I would probably just, when we get the front entryway done, probably put a little sign in like they do it. You don't want to do that.
It's just ugly.
In the-
It's just signs all over the place.
We don't have to put
But-
one.
Bob Clutter was back and forth. I know he kind of went, it's a good idea to at least let people know. Quite honestly, don't people just assume everywhere they go, you're on a camera somewhere?
Also, a big white
Yeah.
camera on a
Black poles. I was gonna say,
So
if
there's
you look hard, you can't miss it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's up to
I
you
don't know,
guys.
Ken, do you have any thoughts? Do you know based on what?
I don't see any need to notify the world. I mean, if we're not required, let's just
Yeah.
see how it works without the signs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been how many months and no one has ever said anything about it.
And we're not reviewing it other than if somebody notifies us there's an issue.
Yeah.
Then we go back and look at it. It's not like we're going, oh, he went from their house. Who was at the bar?
Right, right.
You know,
Well,
it's
there's
really
some
more
value
just
in those things. Somebody gets in a fight, somebody
Right.
gets hurt, somebody falls,
somebody hits the circle.
are good evidence.
Yeah,
So I think we
I
ought
don't
to
think
do
you
it.
have to disclose anything about it, do you?
it's not required. That was the whole thing is,
I mean, anybody can take up their phone and videotape you, so. Every Ring doorbell out here. Yeah, that's right. Right now.
We'll just leave it as is then for now.
Okay.
okay.
And then the next bullet point, it says footage of retention. They just said who will be paying for this? Is there a fee for it?
For return,
Because I
It's
think
just on a recorder, and every 3 months it wipes itself a day off.
Just a 3 month.
Yeah.
So there is no
Yeah, there's no fees.
fee for retention.
The only fee would be if we want more cameras.
And then the next one was access and use. It says, footage will be accessed by design security coordinators. They said, who are the designated people? I was gonna say, I'm one for us,
and
and then you guys, okay.
So the biggest
Did they
thing
want
is
us to-
making sure that if somebody has an issue, if somebody mentions to you, something happened, somebody broke in your house, make sure you notify if it's the town, if it's the club,
so
so
there
that we can
should
go
be.
back and get it before it gets wiped out.
We talked about there being 2 people for each group. So are we going to put names in? Do you want that actually in the contract? I mean, I'm happy to edit it if you want to, but I know we're kind of making this decisions verbally, but
Right.
let me know
right.
if you want to change the document.
Rob, Kent, do you think that Matt and Derek will want names in this? Matt and Derek are the ones who looked over and did their notes
Matt, who are Matt and Derek?
on the board. Matt Brown, Derek Johnson.
Oh,
Do you think they'll care about? Yeah, so Matt said who are the designated people?
well, if they ask, we should tell them.
Yeah, but I think it should just say 2 designees from the Ulen Country Club, 2 designees from the town. Then your minutes will reflect who's, because you don't want to have to keep revising the contract.
Time.
Yeah,
So is it normally just the president and the secretary?
Treasurer.
Treasurer? Yeah.
That's how we set it up.
So then I think if it's titled that way, I think it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
You
and
think,
then whatever, I don't know if you guys have specific
And then-
titles. You want to say
right, club
club
manager
manager and
or club
a board
cameras.
member or something,
Right.
if you want to have.
So the only thing I want to say is since we're asking for a written agreement. Let's make sure we redline it and we're in agreement with what it actually says so that it's not just lost in our conversation here, but it's actually in
I
an
don't
agreement.
have a copy, so I can't mark mine up. Mark, you want to mark yours up or?
You're way better at that than me.
Down here, okay. I don't know where we're.
I would say it just needs to be, because it may not always be the club president or the town president. It may just be a town board member. It'll be one of the board members.
There's
Maybe
a
it's a
town board
Board
member,
member and one of the
two town
designated.
board members,
And 2 Ulen Country Club members.
yeah.
Any other?
And then, so then if the party wishes to terminate the agreement, it's, town of Ulen remains ownership of all external equipment. This just says must get our permission to,
Remove it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If on UCC must get our permission to,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Guy
then,
decides you don't.
right, and then the duration and termination, requesting a time limit to reevaluate. So they would like, so on number 8, this agreement shall remain in effect as long as the shared security system is active. They, the party within 30 days, right? They would like so maybe we redo this every year or 2 years. They did not tell me
Time frame.
requesting a time limit to evaluate.
You can reevaluate it every month.
Yeah, I was gonna
Based
say,
on the
Okay.
contract.
either party may request termination within 30 days written notice.
Yeah.
Just runs until such time as
Yeah.
somebody decides they want out.
Yeah, and then you
Okay.
give a 30-day notice to wind it up and
Okay,
separate stuff. So I don't think it needs to be.
so
a
that one's
term.
just fine. We can reevaluate.
And
Yeah,
I
I
changed
think it
it-
needs to be-
I changed the signage to be the town of Ulen may install signage instead of will.
Yeah,
So, I mean, if we decide we want to, we can, but at this point, we're not going to.
Yeah, at any time, if we either one of us want to add more cameras or do something, we can sit down and reevaluate, I guess.
Okay.
I think that should be an open, I don't know if it needs to be designated in the contract. Just knowing that, yeah, either one of us can.
That's all they had. So. And then I guess on the very first page, number 3, when it said regularly, communicate regularly, they said, what is regularly? I'm gonna say as needed.
Yeah.
Communicate as needed.
Okay, so you want to change regularly to be as needed?
That's fine.
Yes. Okay.
Just add it to the minutes.
I know.
To the notes I got back.
Fine.
This is why attorneys have bad names. It's like, that's reasonable. That's what people litigate over.
Communicate regularly. Communicate
I
as.
just put as needed.
Yeah. So Setco's coming out tomorrow.
Oh, to look at those 2
Yes.
posts?
Yeah.
Okay,
And our 2 lights too.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect, okay.
And if I can get him to look at the electrical, I will. I'm waiting on an
Thank
answer. I'm waiting on an answer from the city.
I was gonna say, those should be limited utilities.
They're not because they're part of our old light system.
Because they're not.
And Lebanon, city of Lebanon has abandoned those.
What
Okay,
about the one in the Kurz?
It's the same way. It's part of our existing.
right, but
They've abandoned.
have they repaired that one?
No, they're not going to. They've abandoned.
But I mean, do we have somebody that can get us?
I'm working with Adam.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll
So-
probably lose
I don't wanna lose a
child
puppy
or
or
something.
something.
Or an
Yeah,
animal.
yeah, we've got 2. So part of our old electrical system that ran through between the sidewalks and the streets. We have to maintain on our own the town of Ulen because it feeds our light fixtures, our
Oh, yeah.
Town
on the
lights.
post, okay.
and to add that to the electrical project when they were doing that back then was going to be a lot of money and we all agreed that if they would just allow us to keep the electrical to them, we would maintain them since it's only basically light to light. So there are some. So we don't know if there's even anything alive in those feeds. So I'm going to try to get Setco to look and see if there's anything alive in those. If there's nothing that's live in those feeds, we may just fill them in with dirt, pull them out and fill them in with dirt.
So that's an awful lot of fill you'll have to do. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, we got to tear it out and put a new one in.
Speaking of lights, we have a couple of mounts.
Yes, at the entrance. He's been aware of
What
it.
is coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've called. This is like the second month in a row I've texted him. He's like, I'm really sorry. We got stuck on a job, and
Did
so
we get the poll numbers?
I did not. I just told him the locations of them.
Well, one is number one.
So maybe the one across from it's number 2.
So you guys have all tagged?
They are tagged.
They,
So
Very good, okay. Yeah, what time tomorrow, you said?
I'll text him and see in the morning and see what time
Okay.
they're coming out. But they'll be out here tomorrow to do your big one and the one. I think the one in the parking lot.
You have the really tall one in the parking lot.
Yeah.
In between the.
Yeah.
Yep,
And then the one back in the employee parking lot.
no, the
with
one
camera.
right out here,
Oh, okay.
right next to the historical sign. That one has not been coming up.
Okay.
So the one back in the parking lot, they decided it had to be on 24/7 because that's the one the
Camera's on.
So if it's the photo cell goes off, the camera goes off. So that one is on. Yes,
yeah, that's a problem.
right.
You are?
But I noticed the very first.
Yes, because our outlets.
Right. But so I noticed your very first camera at the entrance.
Is
that light's not on.
Right.
And your camera still works.
Right.
But it has an outlet actually on the lamp pole. That's
So
not
does
part of the.
So we had it
part of
blocked.
The photo cell.
It's, yeah, it's
Oh,
wired
just
separately.
thinking of the photo. I've learned a lot about electricity and what a photo cell is. Yeah.
How to maintain old buildings.
How to maintain old buildings. Thank goodness for going to Kramer Lumber when I was 5. Working my whole life. So yes. Yes. So okay. Anything else from me?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So-
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good night. See you later.
Okay, entry signage. You guys have been doing more on the entry signage than I have.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
updates
so-
on that.
The new entry sign has been ordered. We went down to Hope, Indiana last week or 2
2 weeks ago.
and picked out the stone that matches, and we just need to and decided on the limestone that's going to go up on the thing. We just need to approve the final drawings. So
And there-
that
and
And
there
the
was a change.
amendment,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
amendment to the
Yeah.
contract.
amendment to the
So,
contract. I think it added about $1,000 or so,
1,200.
1,200.
But I think it'd look a lot
A
better
lot better than
than brick.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
probably need to vote on that.
Yeah, because they want to start
Okay.
digging.
I make a motion, we accept and approve the revised contract provided by Green Sun.
Green sign.
Any second that.
A motion, a second, all in favor?
I
Aye. Motion carries. So we'll notify them and sign off on that.
Okay.
And they will probably be out in the next week or 2 to start digging holes.
And we've got a place to put the dirt.
Yes,
State-
Blake or
Gabe was the
Gabe
dirt.
is taking the dirt. So I've told them that they need to contact me when they're coming so that he can provide.
where to put it.
And is there anything that we need to notify residents about when they're working there? They're going to block a lane off, right?
They are going to
Or
block
anything-
one.
Anything we need to notify people about?
Not now. This summer, when we decide to try to do the white lines, that'll have to be something we'll have to notify people.
Is that something while it's blocked off, we might be able to do now?
It's too cold.
Oh.
I mean, you don't want to put paint down this cold.
Okay.
So the old, where you come into the park over to the sidewalk, we used to have a white line that came across there. And
Crosswalk.
and it got,
Oh.
and so we'd like to add that back in, and then we'd like to add half a white line up by the stop sign, so people have a place they know to pull up to stop.
That's a good.
But in order to do that, the one that goes across this whole street, we're gonna have to do at two different times. We'll have to do half of it, let it dry, and then do the other half. 'Cause
Well, if you're gonna put a white sign for people leaving Ulen, a white line, don't, people won't honor it if you put it back too far. You gotta push it up far enough that people
They
gotta
gotta
see
be-
it.
yeah,
Those
yeah, they
guys,
have to
they
be
can
able to
see it.
Yes, because you can't see to the
Because
left.
somebody will go out there and
That's
paint it where they think it ought to be, and it will just be totally wasted.
Yeah.
Because no one will stop there because you can't see left.
Yeah.
That's true.
I appreciate that because I'm the same way. I know people are coming from the left. They're like, why is he pulling out that far? Well, if you don't pull out that far, you can't see
Can't
around the
see,
corner.
yeah.
And the sign may even make it worse. I don't know.
The sign should make it better because
Yeah, it
it's
should
angled,
back.
it's
It
angled
is
back
angled back.
more
So I think it'll
than
be
the
better.
existing sign, so.
But right now you can see through there between the pillars. And that's,
Oh.
you won't be able to see through there.
Yeah, that's true.
But the pillar is
But yeah.
kept back,
Right.
so
So
it'll be okay.
Okay, the new truck sign installation, with the additional truck
Yeah.
sign, we still
they'll
had
go in,
those in down.
there'll be one that'll go in right here at Artman Drive, and then one that'll go down by
Have you got somebody to help you do that?
By Johnson's, yeah,
Tabor.
Okay.
Yeah, Tabor's gonna help me.
yes,
I met
unless they're
their house,
making a
by the way.
delivery.
Playing golf.
Just either-
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have to.
Nice kid.
They get to.
Well, they can, I mean, they can if they just are careful.
They just have
They
to
just, like,
pay
one
attention.
was a really young kid and he goes, I thought I was a better truck than I was. He just didn't understand the length of his truck and,
Right.
but I mean.
They're
The camera helps for sure,
Yeah.
that way you can hold responsible, but happen redoing the background.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
Monthly.
Alex stops up, doesn't he now?
he does.
Newsom's out there.
Yes, and we done a vacation, and that's
One who, yeah, it's like,
Oh,
stopped him, yeah.
the next items, the e-bike and scooter ordinance. We're waiting to, the city of Carmel was the first town or city to actually do an ordinance for e-bikes and scooters. The city of Lebanon is looking at that and will likely approve some portion of that or something like that. We'd like to approve something that they approve so that we have consistency between the two. So we're waiting. Bob's kind of keeping us up to date on what's going on there, but we're kind of waiting on the city of Lebanon. I think it's been on their agenda the last couple of meetings, that and golf carts.
I was gonna say it's also golf carts.
Yeah,
What's a
but
golf cart and what's a
You go to
ATV?
those,
Sometimes, but I haven't been recently.
yeah, so I don't know.
What's the problem with the golf course ordinance?
The golf
cart
cart.
ordinance.
I think what they're trying to do is to say that you have to have a legal driver's license if you don't go.
You also.
Well, and
turn
turn
signals
signals
and all.
and what's an ATV? There's a lot of ATVs that aren't golf carts.
What are you supposed to do if your golf cart doesn't have turn signals?
You get them installed.
That would not be something expensive. I would
No,
think.
it's not.
Oh, it's
It
not.
is not.
I,
I think
mine
on my
does,
cart
I
it
think.
was added.
Yeah.
I think all the new carts have it.
Yeah.
But we're waiting. We're just kind of, we'd like to stay similar or in line with what they do. I don't know that we'll adopt a golf cart ordinance.
Ulen's carts don't have lights, turn signals.
No.
No, that's why I said, I don't know that we'll adopt a golf cart ordinance because it'll be separate than the scooter and the e-bike. But I think with the problems we've had in the last year or so with e-bikes and scooters that are more like they're motorcycles.
I was gonna say
with
they're
electric.
more like dirt bikes
Yeah.
than things that are not.
Yeah.
And we had, a couple of them get impounded right at the entryway last summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were coming through and went into the park and came out of the park and the cops chased them
Thank you very much.
and they impounded them. So
They chased them and the kids ran.
on the golf,
Yeah.
yeah, they try to get back home. So
So
Kids'
the-
reactions.
the
they're
next,
under 12.
Oh, God, wait. Oh, no, raising them right.
so this has got to take some time so the conversation about the Plan Commission and the BZA website page, I wanted to tell you guys that I built the website page. I sent you a link, and what I discovered as I really dug down into the weeds about the way I want us to discuss this again because this doesn't align with the process that we worked out with Deb Lazier. So it still has people contacting, it has mention of people contacting the county rather than us. It's very unclear who you're supposed to talk to the way this is written. So I was trying to, I know I'm obsessive about this stuff, but this is what it turned out to look like, the flow chart, the way that we discussed doing it. And I think that's overly complicated. So I think that, at most, we're gonna see 2 or 3 of these a year, right?
Right.
Us inserting ourselves so that we can collect a few extra dollars, I don't think is worth the additional trouble it's gonna cause to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between us and the Boone County. I would humbly suggest that maybe we just turn it over to them, and, you know, we can be the first point of contact and then direct them to the county and let them do it with, as long as we know it's happening. That's the only thing that I think we really care about, right? That the county
So
notify
rather
us.
than us collect the fees and pay the county, you want the county to collect all the fees?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that wouldn't be better.
We do something like that. Just takes us, that takes any fee, any of our time that we spend out,
Right.
any fee that we have.
If somebody
Agreed.
contacts one of us and says, what do we do? We're thinking about putting a pool in or adding on to our house. So you gotta contact the director of the area plan commission.
So what we're trying to do,
I don't need to know, that we don't need to know. That's where we're paying these people to process.
but we were adding on a fee for our time too.
Well, there wouldn't be any time if all we do send them to the area plan.
Right.
But then who's making the decision whether or not it's okay or not?
It has to come back to us. So the area plan commission.
But we're not getting it, then we're not getting any compensation for
Right.
that.
So that's why I did this. I
Can we look
want you
at
guys
this
to look at it.
over
Yeah.
the next month, and I can go talk to the lady up there, the new lady?
Yeah.
Because I think Deb's gone now.
So this is what it would look like if we just put ourselves out of the picture. And the only place we would get involved is if there needed to be a variance. And it would have to come to the BZA.
I think we should
think it's
do
the same.
that of something.
No.
Okay.
So
What's the difference?
this is, so the one, all right, so on the first page, wherever there's a blue box, that's us getting involved, okay? Those blue boxes?
Yeah. So we still have to have a website, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we will have one. The second page is
So
if we
somebody wants to do a
extract ourselves
project
from
in
the
town,
process.
they will go to our
And we,
website.
if we leave ourselves out of this process, then the only place we have to get involved is over here if there's a variance that we can't resolve and it has to go to the BCA.
The we,
The town.
the plan commission may have to get involved.
Yeah. I mean, they may
In
be
approving?
approving stuff that we don't want.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
well, the plan, the development, I mean, I have to look at the ordinance, but if the development plan typically is approved by the plan commission.
Yeah.
I thought we were farming that out to the county.
County
County-
doesn't have,
the
No,
county-
they're only doing the
Yeah, they're-
inspection.
they're processing it.
Yeah.
They don't make any decisions.
Yeah, so
Other
the-
than you have to go through the procedure or you
Yeah.
have to present
So-
or whatever.
Yeah.
But if they need approval from either the plan commission or the board of zoning appeals, then that comes back to us with the recommendation of the staff.
Yeah, so what the county will do is bring us the recommendation. Then the planning commission will approve it.
Well, they have to decide, do we need approval? Yeah, there's some things,
Yeah.
if they meet all the ordinance and there's nothing really for the plan commission to approve, that, or they don't need a variance, then staff can go ahead and issue the permit. But if the staff says, no, you've gotta get a plan commission approval or the BZA's approval, then that's where it comes back to.
Okay, well, that's built in here at the end where once they've
But that's only a variance.
Before construction.
I'm gonna stop trying to interpret it and let you guys look at this and
Let us
think about it.
yeah, let us look at
Yeah.
this over the next
Now-
30 days and
Kent,
We have it.
Yep.
I'll look at it. I haven't read the ordinance in a year. I don't know what it says. Can't remember.
yeah, if that's okay, let's study this.
Okay.
Now,
because the way this is currently written, it says contact everything from submittal all the way through to questions to everything keeps redirecting them back to the county, not to us. So this still has to be edited to match whatever procedure that we
okay,
decide on.
okay.
But it just wasn't as simple as I thought it was going to be. There,
I
it,
understand.
But they don't, aren't we interjected in between when somebody files and the permit's approved?
Yeah, they're not approving.
They're not approving the permit.
Sure, the staff would issue a building permit if they meet all the requirements. We don't need to have any say.
Okay, all right.
I mean, we built the ordinances. If they meet the standards, there's
Okay,
I mean, there's no reason for it to come in front of us and us argue what's already in writing. Right, is that?
Yeah, that's right.
okay.
All right, so you guys are gonna take a look at that and we'll
Yeah.
come back prepared to sort
But
of
if
say,
there's
yeah, this is.
something in
what
the
we're doing.
ordinance that says, for example, any improvement to a lot has to be approved as requires a plan, a development plan to be approved by the plan commission. Then we would have to approve it. We would have to consider it and either approve it or reject it for a reason.
Mhm.
Somebody wanted to tear the house down and rebuild, or if they're
Put
putting
a
a
pool
pool
in, or they want to put a fence around their whole property, we may not. I don't know what it says. But if you need a development plan, the staff can't issue development plan approval. They can issue building permits, but they can't issue development approval.
Well, then I've not been thinking about it because I mean, I haven't been thinking about it in terms of a development. It's not like they're building 6 houses. I mean, if it's
It's a legal
it's-
term, development plan.
okay,
A garage is a development, a fence is a development,
okay,
a driveway is a development. It's a development plan.
okay,
If your ordinance requires a plan commission to approve development plans, then the plan commission would have to approve it. Or deny it. The staff is administrative, just like we had somebody on the staff at the town of Ulen to do all the
Mhm.
paperwork, evaluate it, fill out, send out the notices, decide whether the procedure is to be followed. But they'll make decisions other than meets all the requirements, we can issue a permit.
okay. So then when someone notifies us that they want to build something,
They need,
We
you send them the
assume-
plan.
we assume that the planning commission is going to get involved right at the outset then.
I'm talking
Yes,
an
automatic.
area plan commission.
Sorry.
The staff,
No,
The Boone County area.
it depends on what the ordinance says. We're sitting here arguing, talking about it. We don't know what the ordinance says. We need to read the ordinance. If the ordinance requires plan commission approval of anything that goes on in Ulen,
mhm,
other than painting a house, then the plan commission is gonna get involved. But if it meets all the
Right, well,
setbacks, it
we need
meets
to-
all the standards, then the plan commission doesn't have any basis.
So a lot of it'll
Oh, I see.
depend on what they're wanting to do.
okay,
And Boone County, their office understands what we did
mhm,
and can help us through it.
Or did understand.
And
I think there's something in the ordinance, for example, that says that the houses gotta look like they fit in the neighborhood,
mhm.
okay? So if I'm an administrator and I say, we're not approving any pink houses unless the town gives bless,
Mhm.
then they would have to come back and get approval from the.
Okay, well, we just need to make sure that this aligns with the ordinance. I mean, Bob Clutter organized the meeting where we talked through this.
Yeah.
And this was the result of
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 what
the
you wrote down.
conversation.
I'll reread most of the works and see what's.
I'll try to get with you this month too. And
Okay,
we'll
Meet
look.
with Colleen, she's new, tell her what we're doing.
Yeah.
She needs to understand what she's expecting.
Yeah.
that was my next
Yeah.
suggestion. We've got to talk to the new lady
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we haven't had any
Yeah,
conversations
because
with her
Deb,
yet.
yeah.
Okay. The second part of the conversation was around the Board of Zoning Appeals, because we had some discussion about whether a code violation would need to, we were talking about, someone who had a code violation and whether that needed to somehow involve the Board of Zoning Appeals. And I think after thinking about it, it's not a zoning issue. It's not something that they would have needed a permit for. I think we need to distinguish between a code violation.
Well, they would offer a variance. The
If
board-
somebody applied for a variance,
if someone applies, so we're talking about, we have a gentleman at the end of the road that has a mailbox, and we've notified him that that's not in accordance to our new bylaws and our new rules and regulations. And I said to him, as soon as we get this up and going, you'll need to apply for a variance
or move it,
or move it.
or be subject to fines.
So
My question is that even a zoning issue?
No. Well,
It's nothing.
well, depends if there's anything in the zoning ordinance about mailboxes, it's a zoning issue.
and there is. There is in our ordinance.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you,
Speed limits are not zoning issues.
Right.
does this,
Dog,
you
dog,
understand?
Dogs are not zoning.
Yeah, so if the post office says that, they're not gonna deliver. So what I'd asked for some examples. What do other small towns do? And they were saying that the post office would usually trump anything local. Like if the post office says it has to be a certain way, or we're not going to deliver the mail because of this or that, that most towns would say, okay, well, we'll defer to the post office since that's,
Yeah.
You can't make the post office do anything.
Right.
If they say they're not delivering the mail, we can have whatever hearings we want to have, give them whatever
Exactly.
permission they think they need. The post office say, I don't care, we ain't delivering the mail.
So that was my question. Is this something that the zoning team would even have jurisdiction over if it's a post office determination?
If
That,
he moves the box somewhere where she can drive up in the driveway and it's
Right.
not on the street, then
Yeah, I don't know.
that would work with the post
I
office.
can't remember what the ordinance says about post office, about mailboxes. I don't know what the post office would say about what they would want or expect.
The issue became the lady was attacked by the dog.
It's not so it's not the problem. The problem is not the mailbox.
No,
it's
it's
the
the
freaking
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But he
So
put a
his
mailbox
motion-
out at the end of the
Out
street.
there for her
Which
to
violates
deliver it to, and we
zoning
said no to the
ordinance.
mailbox.
Yeah, and we've said no, so it'll, the proper way I think is to get this website set up, contact him and say you need to fill out a variance. It comes in front of the board.
Variance to what? Allow
The
mail.
mail,
Supposed to allow the mailbox out by the street.
And let
Yes.
the vote go. And if the vote comes back that the mailbox isn't gonna be there, then he has to remove the mailbox or he's subject to
He
fine.
just go pick up his mail at the post office. Period.
You can rent a we got places around town. You can
That's
rent a
right.
That
post
is, the-
office
Can't
box.
keep his dog under
that's
control.
been suggested.
Should never be in
Yeah.
touch.
So, but I think the proper way to do it is just to go through the process.
Yeah.
And this is,
But you can't make him do anything.
no,
This guy won't do what you want him
At
to
the very
do.
end,
So you'll either say
it
either you
talks
gotta have that mailbox out of here
Has always
by
been
May 1st, or you're gonna be fined.
well, he said, I want to
out for
go in
variance.
front for a variance. And
Okay.
we have to be in a position to
Sure,
accept that.
sure.
So that's what I'm waiting on. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Which brings up the third question I have is we've got this application for a permitting. We don't have an application for a variance.
You need,
And right.
Bob should have done that. He did or Deb did the other application.
So here's the county one. It's overkill for us,
Okay.
but we need to maybe
wanna- Probably need to send it.
work with Bob and say, can we
Narrow that
draft
down.
a simpler one?
You
And
see, you've seen it 100 times, but
It's always new.
that has so much stuff that's like never going to happen here. It's
yeah, the application is fine. The justification for the variance is good. Notice of who's been notified, who should be notified. See, there's a lot of, so this is not just a variance. This is an application for special exception.
right.
This is an application for a use.
Right.
Like if we wanted to have a tattoo parlor in Ulen,
Yeah.
and there's no tattoo parlors allowed in our table uses, then you would ask for a use approval.
But I'm assuming Ulen doesn't need that. Is that an incorrect assumption?
No, Ulen does not allow tattoo. We don't allow any commercial other than
Right.
the country.
Right.
So does it need to be part of that application?
No,
Is your question?
no, it doesn't.
That's why she said.
And we could do a very simple variance application, and if somebody needed a use classification, a special exception, we could create something.
So all that's to say is even though I have the website and I can put those documents up there,
Yeah, you gotta have the right documents.
yeah, I don't have that document.
That's right.
Bring it.
Just need a simple variance application. 98% of what the being considered a variance application.
Okay.
And if they need something else, then we'll have to just make it work.
And in the meantime, until we decide whether we're going to collect a fee or not, and whether in which process, who's going to look at it first, second, and third, that's got to be in here before we post this, unless you want to give this to him to get through the first one and then tweak it.
What do you guys think? You wanna go ahead and get started? You wanna
Well, I don't think we'll know what we don't know or what we need until we actually go through one.
Yeah.
So,
You
I
wanna
mean,
go-
County
So let's-
charges $375. But we probably don't charge them.
Yeah.
You don't do much. The county has a package, bringing all the department heads, street, sewer, water. They
Mhm.
meet with the applicant, they go over the project, they get a recommendation from each of the various department heads. There's a lot of work. By the
Yeah.
time it gets to a public hearing, there's a lot of behind the scenes work.
Yeah.
I don't see us doing much of that.
I mean, I can attempt to pare this down, or we can
Let's-
call Bob and ask him to do it.
Let's just let him, that way we know it's done.
Get a Word version from the county. If they have a Word version, let Bob clean it up, cut out half.
And then we'll send it to him and say, hey,
We got a
Put
variance.
the
back.
Ulen's logo on it, all that kind of.
Mhm.
and then we can get started on that. That'll be our first
All right,
test run.
okay,
And you've got one that's potentially out there. You've got the people who live in the south of Brand, who last year wanted to put a pool in their side yard,
Yeah.
very, very close to the Brand's property. And I'm not saying they couldn't get a variance, I'm saying they probably need a variance, so may or may not be able to get a variance. Then they had the boys running the dirt bikes around the yard, and they were going into the Brand's property when they made their turn.
And
There's a-
hers.
There's a
Yeah,
dirt.
I know.
Kers gave him permission.
Who's?
Kers did give them permission.
Okay,
But yeah.
that's, I suppose, okay. Although,
Noise ordinance.
Well, that's,
Noise ordinance.
They're
we
like,
do have that.
Electric, so they're not really. Sorry.
I mean, I personally have a problem, I have to be convinced. Dirt bikes don't belong in town. You know what I mean?
and that's what we're working on this. That'll be.
That's
that
part of the
is
scooter thing.
scooter.
It's all based on
We thought
CCs and,
the city
speed.
would adopt this on.
yeah.
Well,
they're
maybe
all
come,
over the map now.
where do you draw the line? I don't know.
Well, this ordinance from Carmel, it actually specific about what each classification, like those are classified as dirt bikes. They're not e-bikes.
Yeah, I'm not a dirt bike.
They,
That's
they
what I mean.
raise
That's what they
them
have.
on
They're
their
electric dirt
debts,
bikes.
so they're just kind of.
They're noisy and they're dusty and they're dirt. And they
Well,
find,
theirs aren't because they're electric.
Electric, right.
okay,
Yeah.
whatever. I've lost track of it. What's electric? If it's a dirt bike, whether it's electric or gas, it's still a dirt bike, isn't it?
Well,
that
that's
has to do
what,
with the
that's the
speed of the
definition.
CCs.
That's what,
that's
Yeah.
the
it's,
that classifications and the ages that
we looked into that. Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
yes.
Carmel has really done a nice job of.
Good, well, let's follow
Yeah.
what they do.
Well, like I said, we're trying to do the same thing as Lebanon. So that
Well,
the
let's-
police would match up and not have to do.
If the Lebanon does a good job with it, it's fine.
Yeah, if they don't, then we may adjust it and we just may have to go to the sheriff. when we-
our next item is ADA coordinator training, and we can just update people on.
Yeah, we're gonna, there's a, she sent me a link today. She got a link for the ADA coordinator to go on and look at different things and do some classes, and
So
it's
there's
$25 a
yeah,
year.
there's a $25 a year to join the ADA committee from AIM,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it'll offer some training.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna work on sidewalks next year, it's probably a good idea for Mark as the ADA coordinator to just sit in on a couple of those webinars.
Yeah.
That's
So if you're okay,
Yes.
$25.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, no, that's great.
we'll go ahead and do
all
that.
right. Any update on election information, Mark?
Just that. So I jumped the gun and went in and filed before thinking that our election is this fall. And because I did it I would have been in the primary. And typically, like the last time we did this, we weren't part of the primary, we just were in the
We
general.
were
You're
nonpartisan.
nonpartisan, election nonpartisan, you don't
Right.
need it. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so I pulled myself out. And then,
They put his name in the paper as the Ulen Township.
yeah.
There is no Ulen Township.
So she did say that there really if somebody wanted to do the primary, there wasn't a way to stop them, but they don't have to.
They would be the Republican nominee for.
Or Democrat, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Same.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I think all four
Well,
of us,
there's a deadline for people to get on the ballot in the fall.
Yeah.
They're like school board elections.
correct,
Yeah.
yes,
Well, they used to be. Now you have
I was
to
gonna say it's
designate
different
your
now.
part.
yeah.
Stupid, but that's.
I agree with
Yeah.
that. Agree.
So
Yeah.
if anybody out there or anybody that we are all, I think
We
all,
might put on the
I was gonna say, I thought we
website
were
the
gonna send
deadline
out
for filing
something or put it on the
application for
website.
candidacy for the fall election to the, we
Yeah.
got 3 town council members coming up for election.
It's a good idea. I'd put it on the website.
and I don't think,
Yeah.
at one point we talked about staggering, but I don't think.
They were, yeah, we actually had a ordinance because we were actually gonna not only stagger them, but also make them on the presidential elections. So the very first time it was supposed to be a 3-year term and then 4-year terms after that.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened to the ordinance. I'm gonna guess that was,
You can redo an ordinance to put them on a staggered term.
Yeah.
Do it however you want to do it.
We just thought if we did that, at least somebody would be on here that had been on here. If the other two,
There's a benefit of not having 3 turnover at the same time.
Yes.
But you could still have somebody resign and you have to replace them. But doing them in even years, so you're gonna be, during the congressional election, you're gonna have a legitimate election. As opposed to the municipal schedule, I don't know if you're required to be on the municipal schedule or not. You're not.
no, we have to be on the county,
You have
have
to
to be
be
on one with the county
Yeah.
election. Because because the other, they're not, in order for us not to have to pay an exorbitant amount.
Okay, well, that's a good
Funds.
reason. We'll just have 2 up for in 6. Adopt an ordinance in 26, you'd be elected for 2 years. And in 2 of them, then have in 28, you'd have the other one. So you get 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, every 2 years.
We can do that. That's all
if
right.
you want to stagger it, yeah. I mean, that was all part of the
Yeah,
original
fine.
discussion. And
Yeah, I just feel like, otherwise, if we get voted off, do you want to come back and sit through all these meetings till everybody understands what they're doing?
Yeah.
Probably would have to, or feel like I need to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You people that get not elected would be on their own.
Yeah.
You have a lot of breeding.
So we'll post that. And I think you have to sign up by June.
On that page is on.
Sorry?
The
The
zoning.
zoning ordinance
Yeah.
in its entirety is on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you,
Thought
here's
it
the,
was, but I didn't know what.
It is there, yeah.
changed.
the next thing that we had talked about is the technical support contract. And just by odd luck, Leap Managed IT called me and said, hey, you got any needs around technical? So I'd had them do a proposal for us. I'm not wild about it, so I'm going to keep looking, but I brought what they were doing, and they threw a lot of extra stuff in here that we would have to wade through and sort of decide whether we wanted to do that or not. They asked a lot of questions about the rest of the computers. Like, I was thinking about my computer, my printer, separating my personal stuff from the town stuff and getting, a more secure storage area that you guys could have access to, but had better security. They can do all of that, but they threw a lot of other things in. So we're going to have to sort of sort through, do you want to be able to also call them? Because right now they've got support for all of our computers in it. And we didn't really talk about that. So we kind of need to frame up what the specs look like.
Does
I
the-
would think
What is
so.
the Leap? I guess explain to me who the Leap people.
So they are a technology company that they do.
Not Leap is in Boone County.
Okay.
No, it's
That's what I thought.
It's separate.
so they're
Thank you.
they're IT consulting and compliance experts. So they
Okay.
work with towns
Okay.
and
I just when somebody says Leap anymore, I think of Boone
Yeah.
County. So
they also handle like printing printers and stuff like that for people. They'll install phone and communication systems and cameras and such. So, but they do focus on cities, towns, townships, counties, utilities, fire, police, airport authorities. So they're a bigger company.
okay.
And I think their cost, they gave us a small town discount. A pretty substantial one, but their one-time fee was going to be $2,500 for helping us transition to whatever new stuff we put together. And then they wanted $400 a month, which I think is too much.
Oh,
Unless they are really managing everybody's computer,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah,
But
no need
we
for
don't,
that. All
there's
we do
no
is
need for
email.
that. You're the only one who has,
Yeah.
you
a lot
know,
of files.
all the files and all the,
Yeah, and plus it should be, I think, I'm gonna say situation, give us something situational. You know, if I'm likely to call them maybe 2 or 3 times a year, not every month.
not right.
Right,
And
right.
I would think OneDrive or something would be where you would store
Yeah.
everything.
Drive.
So,
Well, we need something a little more business
well, that is
directed.
business.
Okay.
I
Secure.
mean, we use it for business.
Yeah, I mean, something that meets IoT standards. That's what we talked about. I mean, it needs, so, and I think 2,500 is probably reasonable for helping migrate everything and helping us set stuff up and make sure that
Yeah, we use
You know.
OneDrive.
Yeah, so we use OneDrive for work.
Yeah.
do.
And we have
Yeah.
all kinds of NPI on it. But I can't imagine we would need $400 a month.
No, I don't either. I mean, I think we
Yeah, that seems,
seems a lot. So I can see what they'll pare down out of this and what we can do for less expensive. They're recommending some version of SharePoint, which seemed like overkill to me as well too. I've had SharePoint before, and I think that's. But what SharePoint would do, it would allow us to collaborate on documents a little bit better.
you can't do a lot of that stuff unless you're in an open public meeting. So,
They also gave us a price, and should we want to buy new computers, if that was a necessity. So
Did we just get you one?
No.
Oh, we
But-
were gonna get you one.
we got her a printer.
you got me a printer, and actually I have Bob's computer,
That's
which is fairly new, and I was going to just use that. So I just take everything off and reset it.
Buy that.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to have some, I mean, I don't think it's computers. Computer.
Right, yeah.
I think I got a flash drive when I started.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Like,
The good news is I think they seem to feel like it was a relatively straightforward thing to set up a business quality and secure shareable space. That's what is tripping me up all the time, because right now we're using personal Google storage areas instead of.
But we're not
A
dealing
town.
with anything that's NPI, non-public information. I mean, we're not dealing with social security numbers or tax ID numbers or, anything.
like we're not a normal municipality that has to worry about collecting all of that data.
Yeah. I mean, what would we have that
Or
would,
payrolls
would-
or anything outside of.
would need to be secure?
Contracts.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
That is some.
They hold
that's-
your, I don't know, I'm thinking they hold you hostage and say, you want to get your access to your files
Oh,
back.
ransom?
Yeah,
Ransomware.
ransomware, stuff like that.
If you have backup.
To
That's-
protect against that is what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
But I mean, nobody, even if, I mean, it's not like you're gonna have a cyber thing where somebody's gonna steal your data and put it on the dark web and sell it. It's all public anyway, our minutes.
Yeah.
Right, that's true.
Good question to be asking.
Yeah, but I think they need to understand we're not your typical municipality. We don't have any. Like Lebanon Utilities would have a lot of personal information on people.
Mhm.
I mean, we don't have any of that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, I know when we had the lumberyard, we had AR accounts and stuff. I mean, it was worth paying somebody we had pretty heavy security.
Well, they probably had
We
credit
were credit
cards and
Yeah.
account numbers and ACHing. We don't have any of that stuff.
Well, I have bank statements and all of our financial, our investment accounts and things like that, and information around about that.
Yeah, but not somebody else's, where if there was a breach, somebody would go out and steal somebody's identity
Everyone in you.
or steal their credit cards.
No.
I mean,
Okay, well, I will talk with them and say this is probably not gonna fly. We will,
I don't
see
know if there's anyone else in town that does small.
But my major concern was separating all of the information, because I know it's not supposed to be mixed up with personal stuff. And then having somebody to call when something breaks, because
Because
I don't have any
originally,
support.
yeah, the sports what worries me, but I
Yeah.
think everything was under the Ulen treasurer at Gmail. It was
Mhm.
all you had your own drive there, right? I guess if you log in to your Gmail
I can't see anything that's on
on the Ulen.
Ulen right
Yeah.
now.
So, I mean, it is,
But it should be its own computer. I mean, there probably should be a Ulen
Computer,
laptop.
right? So that if I don't get
Uh,
elected next year, somebody can
You could
pick up
just
that
go,
laptop.
here's the
Yeah,
Ulen
well,
laptop. And
but if you don't get elected next year, you give them the Ulen town, Ulen Gmail, and you have to, like I did, I transferred it to you.
Well, and here's the other thing. I'm using my own computer with my own Microsoft 35,
Yeah.
365
Right.
subscription.
Yeah.
I mean, the
We-
town should have it.
Yeah.
those kind of things, I think
Most
we need to
definitely.
set up. I
Most
think we
definitely.
need our own laptop, our own
Most definitely.
subscription.
Would you, and rather than use Bob's, would you rather us go ahead and get something set up, or do you want to, are you okay to, you want us to buy Bob's?
Honestly, was hoping that if we have a consultant come over and work with us, that they would look and say, this is either too old to, to
Okay.
keep it going,
Yeah.
or because it's a couple years old, maybe
Yeah,
they'll say
that
that
makes
you,
sense.
you
Yeah.
should either use it or not. I
Yeah.
mean,
I've got 6 laptops just sitting.
I got 3.
I think some are
I-
10, 15 years.
I have
From when we
3.
closed the store. Like, what do I do with all these? I don't even know passwords that I inherited 2 from my dad.
Young techie guys can repurpose them. I know Wyatt does.
Mhm.
And nonprofit can take them. and use them.
and they
I just want them to get
repurpose
wiped off.
They can do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some can do that.
Okay.
So we'll look into this.
Okay, just letting you know I'm working on that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Lebanon Utilities, have we heard anything more?
I sent an email, have not heard back from them.
Okay, so we don't know anything more after that smoke. They did a smoke test last.
I
Fall.
wonder, I still have
Nor-
old flags in my front yard.
Well, I think they're new.
Oh,
Aren't they?
new flags?
I think those are
those
new. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I just was driving around town tonight and they put some
Well, I
paint.
think Adams
Adam's
put
doing
his are out
Adam's,
there.
yeah.
Okay,
Adam's
so,
supposed to-
so Adam,
Setting up the town plan.
okay,
Yeah.
so,
Okay, good.
yeah, so what,
I
yeah,
haven't heard anything. I assume they'll dig up the front yard sometime.
Part of that town plan, I think he's also going to put the light pole up or something.
Yeah, I got an email from a resident this morning saying, what are the pink markings? And so it's,
yeah.
he's marking, Adam is marking everything so that it's on the GIS map so that we have accurate records of where things are, because we have not had that.
Good.
We kind of talked about this, most of these other things. A conversation with Tabor. So we're coming up on springtime. I think we ought to sit down with him and give him some more direct guidance about what we think we're going to need, and start talking about what we want to.
Does anybody, I
landscaping.
mean, I'll be happy to do that. I just want you all to understand that neither one of my thumbs are green. I can, if you give me a plant, it will die.
That would be mine too.
Yeah, that's me.
So I'll be happy to meet with him. But
Okay, so 2 of you have opted out.
No.
Cheryl, do you and I want to talk with him? Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
I do that. I don't mind working with him, and
yeah, and he's a super kid.
The new things that were planted are already.
Yeah, we do
done.
need to pull those.
Those,
aside.
yeah. Yeah,
Sorry?
he's aware of those, and Gabe said those 2 will never grow, and that's where the new pillar is going to go. So the 2 that are there now will.
It's a good place for the pillar.
Yeah,
Yes.
Do you have a picture of what the front will look like? Has it been set out?
Yeah. Is it on the website?
It's not.
I'll
It's
share it
not.
with you.
It's not on the
You should
website.
just
but
send it to me, please. I think everybody would probably like to.
It went out, I mean, a long time ago when we did.
When we were first
worked
deciding.
with- We
But I
worked with the
assume-
designer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not really.
Really?
No, it's taking us that long to get it,
It's
get it
taken a
bid.
long time to go
Yeah.
through it, but
And we
there
actually
was about we worked on it for like 9 months, I think.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's been a
with
long
the
time.
designer, they came in and then
forever.
We
they
sent it out for an RFP and then nobody responded, so we had
Yeah.
to send it out, we had to
So
find more
it took a
vendors and send
while.
it out a second time.
So is that on the website that we can look at it? Or
Yeah,
the
Mark.
final one, Mark got it?
Yeah.
And we approved B, C?
C,
The
I
one
think,
that's-
C is
I
the
think it
one
was
with the
C,
gold.
With the gold.
Yeah, the company that finally got awarded the bid has been working with it and tweaking things and making some suggestions, so there's a few little things that have,
Which company was awarded the?
it's called Green Sign. They are on the south side of Indianapolis, well to
Oh,
the
no
south
one
of
local?
Indianapolis.
There wasn't anybody yet.
Yeah.
No one who wanted to do it?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. You're looking at
A,
it.
B, or C? A
It was
C,
C.
right?
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to myself if I may.
Well, I can do, I don't know if I can, I'll send that to you.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
somewhat matches the park.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it all looks,
Yeah, that's
that's
great.
what the committee was like. We want this to go back to looking like it did in the 1920s.
Sure.
Oh,
And
the
it's
uniformity.
The green, yeah, the
Beautiful.
planting
So it's similar.
thing. Well, we can't do anything on Sarah's side anyway, can we?
Yeah.
You could?
Oh yeah, we have 20 some feet of an easement.
How?
Problem is there's all kinds of utilities and the water main.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So there was a lot of.
There was a lot of
Plotting
juggling
and
and
moving
figuring
around
out where they could
all
go
that.
and where they could put it. To the,
But
yes,
the pillar is, you can see it's marked already, so the one closest to the road is back a little bit, so it should be easier
to
to
see.
see the
see.
left.
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
Come in from the left.
And those are gonna go up when?
They're gonna
This
start,
spring.
they're starting in the next couple weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
With the foundation.
We've got a lot of digging to do, and it's just with the weather and the snow.
Got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the weather.
The
The weather.
Well, we're not in Rhode Island.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we kind of wrestled most of this stuff to the ground, I think. Yeah, the only other, anybody that joined the group, want to weigh in? Anybody need to be unmuted to ask a question or comment? Sue,
I thought you were just waving to us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first I want to go back to the comment with golf carts, and you said turn signals. You know, anybody who has taken the test and is a licensed driver knows that you can use turn signals with your hand. That if you are driving your golf cart, you can do that.
Yeah, we won't have a golf cart ordinance here in town. We were just talking about the town, the
Okay.
city of Lebanon. There's no
Okay.
golf cart ordinance here in the town of Ulen.
Yeah.
We will
Other-
have we will have an e-bike and a scooter ordinance, but not a golf cart.
Other than people that are not 16 years old should not be driving golf carts.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I
When
don't,
you see a 5-year-old driving a golf cart, that is not good.
I understand. I understand.
She's speaking from experience.
That's right.
So
John, were you raising your hand?
I was, yes. Does anything that the state legislature does regarding zoning and things, will that affect our ordinances?
I was hoping Kent wouldn't leave. I wanted to talk about that because
yes, I would
I would-
assume that if the state does something that it could affect our ordinances. And we would have to
Okay.
modify it to that, whatever they,
So call and tell them to vote no.
For
Okay.
those of you guys that don't know, that somebody has introduced a statute that kind of bypasses cities,
Rental.
towns, and municipalities that you cannot forbid rentals. You,
Really?
yeah,
yeah, in subdivisions and, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So
Wow, wow.
And
Why did they
has
do
that gotten
that?
out of committee?
I haven't looked at the latest.
What I
map of
heard
it.
was it was number HB 1001, and anything that has ones in it is high priority for the governor. So some version of it is likely to pass. It's how the devil's going to be in the details, but there was actually I turned on the radio on a Saturday morning, and they were interviewing some legislators, and they were talking about it, and it sounded like there was a lot of momentum around it.
To allow the rentals
Yeah.
in residential.
Yeah. So, I mean, the two sides of the argument, one was saying we need more affordable housing. We've got to let,
Yeah, I get that, but that's
And
not
the other-
what happens.
and the other side
Right.
was, look, in some neighborhoods, it's already 40% of the houses
Yes.
are owned by big corporations who are renting them.
That's correct.
As
You
of,
get those flyers all the time.
Yeah.
as of late February, the bill has passed the Indiana House with a 76-15 vote and is moving to the Senate.
That's what I've got.
Oh, that's that's
Mm,
going.
Okay,
Limits local mandates and eliminates unnecessary design
Restricted-
requirements to speed up housing construction.
Yeah, it
as well.
says restricted
I
zoning
didn't see it.
standards.
I don't see it on bad voters for scheduled for tomorrow though.
I don't see anything about apartment.
That's not, that's very unfortunate.
we do have a historical designation, so that might limit what they can do, I would think, or hope.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that and see, because I think that's our only hope of fending stuff off.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
They're the ones that have the dog. Am I right? The company that bought Connor's house, are they the ones that have the dog that bit someone? Isn't that the dog? And doesn't that company own that house?
It says it does
Oh,
allow
I don't.
it does allow municipalities to opt out of some of these requirements. So maybe
Yeah,
there's
That may be somehow, maybe modify.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be the opposite, because Carmel put it big on. I said, no,
Well,
no, no.
local governments can override many of these requirements, including those for parking, design standards, and density.
That would be how.
But I don't know that it's gonna.
What that phone update.
They must be trying to
Find
go
it,
I
I don't
don't
know.
know. I have to.
See, this on the W2HR, the bill was amended to allow single-family homes or duplexes on all residential zone land.
Still allow rental?
Who knows what I mean, it's like sausage when stuff
Yeah.
comes into the.
It's true.
I have to go watch IU. Thank you for your
Okay.
time.
They're winning, just in case you want to know. I don't want to know.
So we will.
I've got it.
John, we'll
It's
keep
coming
an
up
eye on
my
it.
watch and my phone.
We'll keep an eye on it. And we'll have to adjust. If we have to adjust, we'll have to adjust. If whatever we can,
Didn't see it.
whatever we can, I guess,
Yeah.
fight or maintain, we'll do our best to maintain.
Sure.
Or
Well, sounds
damage.
good. Sounds like a good plan. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
More questions?
And yeah, anything else? Anyone else? Okay.
In that case,
I do have a quick question. So, with the midterms coming up and then, of course, the elections coming up in fall, what about political signs or any signs whatsoever? I guess people starting.
I think you get 30 days.
Yeah, I
30
think it's
days?
30 days before the election, and that's a free speech
Okay.
issue.
Yeah.
So there's nothing, yeah.
I mean, there's new signs popping up, and sometimes you have these little flags or something, and I just don't know what the rules are regarding that. I need to go back to the ordinances if we have one on that. But
And
We
you
do.
cannot limit political signs
Yeah.
other than the length
No.
of time before the
Yeah.
election that they can be out.
I think we do have a sign ordinance in there though. If somebody's
Okay.
putting something out that's not like a for sale or something, there is a limited time.
Otherwise, we get the no trespassing sign gone.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, if nothing else, then thank you all.
Sorry about that.
Thanks for coming tonight. for joining us live. We appreciate it, and we will see you next month. Wait
Thank
a
you.
sec. Next month. Next month's meeting is spring break.
Oh,
Right.
And
And I won't be here. Is it your spring? Our spring breaks so next month's meeting is March 24th.
Ours is, I would
I won't be here either.
Ours is the 27th
Yeah.
through the first week of April.
Yeah, so I won't be here the 24th. You won't be here the 24th. Do we want to change it to the 17th? It's be the same
That's
night.
St. Patrick's Day.
Thursday.
That's probably not a good.
You want to if we do the 31st, she won't be here.
Well, I mean, does it have to be a Tuesday? Or
No.
could it be?
we'll just have to
Well, I
let
can be
Emily know
back
for changing
sometime
it.
on the 31st, but I don't know if I'd be back in time.
We can't do the 18th because that's the NCAA tournament thing that's here at the club. Well, I mean, I'm just, I mean,
Yeah.
meet.
Yeah.
What about Thursday, the 19th?
I can do the 19th.
I could do the 19th. I could do the 19th.
Thursdays too, I changed the schedule too.
Is that okay then?
For the spring.
Are you okay with the 19th? Sorry, spring break trumped our board meeting. That was
It's okay, we got
You
time to
going to
change.
party in Karate?
Yeah.
You say it. Oh my gosh, they've had so many
Okay.
times done.
For the 19th.
Yep.
That will be NCAA.
It'll be a basketball night.
Thursday, Saturday, Friday,
That's right.
Sunday.
Okay. So that could be a Purdue game.
Could be.
We'll have to have a quick meeting next month for in case of Purdue IU. We need to get out to watch IU now. All right. We will notify everybody of the meeting change date. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.